Hello. How you guys doing? My thrift fam. Thrift don't stop. I do not have a haul for you guys today. Today I have thrift trip tips. So I'm going to tell you guys some tips that I have, some secrets to finding the best thrift hauls ever. So let's get started. My first tip is to get to know your thrift store. I know most thrift trips are spontaneous and we're driving around and we just see a thrift store and we boop pop in, but it's also good to know your store. Find out what days they put out the merchandise that you like. Find out what days they do discounts. Find out what days they do markdowns. Find out if they have a reward or a point system. All these things are very beneficial because the more you know, the more you can plan and benefit from it. I have about 5, 6, 7, 8 thrift stores that I go to, but some I go to all the time and some I just go to when I'm in the area or if they have a discount on that particular day or something like that. So I always try to get to know my thrift store, not just what they have in store, but also the layout so I can get to what I want to get to and not be like distracted by other things that I don't necessarily want to see. Now that you know your thrift store, you've gotten to know them. The second tip is choose the best day. Now, when I say choose the best day, you choose the best day for you. Choose the best day for the discounts or choose the best day for the type of item that you're looking for. I go to my thrift store that I love on Thursdays because they have a military discount. Also along my thrift route is another thrift store that I really like, and on Thursdays they have triple points. So I go to those stores because it's the best day for me. I go to CHKD, Children's Hospital of the King's Daughters. I go to their thrift store on Monday because on Monday they have a military discount. I like to go to Once Upon a Child when they're having their seasonal clearance sale. So I like to go right in between the seasons, like if it's about to be winter or it's about to get cold outside. I know they're going to get rid of all their summer clothes. They have that 90% off clearance, so I go around that time to Once Upon a Child. And the same with if it's cool outside and it's about to get warm, I know they're finna get rid of all their winter clothes to make room for summer clothes. So I try to choose the best time to go to that particular thrift store. My third tip is now that you're in the thrift store, make sure you give yourself enough time to enjoy the journey. To me, thrifting is a treasure hunt, so I always try to take my time and make sure I look through everything. Now, I give myself time. When I go to my thrift store that I love, I give myself an hour and a half. Yeah, I give myself a lot of time because I have FOMO. I have fear of missing out. So I look through everything, all the baby clothes, all of them. I don't skim. Ooh, let me look. No, I look 1, 2, 3. I look through all the baby clothes. So I give myself enough time to do that. And I have a thrift route. So usually when I go thrifting, it's a mommy's day out. I have other errands to run, or I'm just going thrifting and I go to multiple thrift stores that day. So I make sure I give myself enough time to do that. Tip number 4 is now that you've given yourself enough time, look through everything. Like I said, when I go to my thrift stores, I look through everything. So even if they have boy clothes and girl clothes separated, I look through both of them. If they have tops and bottoms separated, I look through both of them. So I look through every single thing to make sure I don't miss out on something cute, because what happens is sometimes to make more money, to make a bigger profit, and a thrift store would sell items that clearly came together separate so they can sell them for a higher price. So if I look through the tops and the bottoms, I could find something that does go together that is a set. Or if I look through the tops and the bottoms, I can find something that I can match up to make a set. So I like to look through everything. I mainly thrift for baby clothes, and you know, babies, they come from real babies, and real babies spit up and have little accidents. So make sure you look the entire garment over. Look to make sure around the neckline. You got to look on the back to make sure there aren't any discolorations or anything like that. So just look the entire garment over to make sure there aren't any stains or anything that would deter you from getting the garment. And also when looking it over, I look where the tags are placed or where the hole will be left from the tag, because if it's really noticeable and it's going to mess up the way the outfit will look, I'd be like, no, I don't want that, because it's going to have a huge hole in the middle and it's not going to look as cute on my baby. So just make sure you look the entire thing over. now that you're almost ready to check out, I actually go through and review everything one more time, just to make sure I really like it and that there aren't any stains on it, or that I don't already have something like it. So for me, the way I do this is I sit and take my hangers off. So I find a spot in the thrift store and I sit down and take my hangers off, and people have stopped me thinking I work at the store, and I have to tell them, no, I don't work here. So I just sit there and I take my hangers off, and when I take my hangers off, I actually try to separate things into price categories. So everything that's 99 cents I put right here, everything that's 55 cents I put right here. So I try to tally up how much everything will cost, so I don't be surprised when I'm at the checkout, because when I'm thrifting, I just, ooh, it's cute, I put it in the bag, I put it in the basket, and I just, ooh, I like it, put it in the basket, So then at the end, before I check out, I try to tally up how much everything will be, and if something will take me over my budget or take me over how much I want to spend, I can easily say, oh no, you didn't make it, you didn't make the cut, and put it back. So taking the hangers off and looking everything over and try to decide how much, we'll try to tally how much everything will cost, has really helped me as well. Another tip is sell to get. So stores like Once Upon a Child, where you can actually sell your baby clothes and get for profit, is really, really helpful. I didn't know stores like that existed for kids or for babies. I knew about Plato's Closet for adults, but I didn't know there were stores like that where you can actually sell your clothes to them. So once I found Once Upon a Child, it was a game changer for me. So I set aside things that I think they will accept, because stores that actually purchase their inventory are a little bit more picky, because they're actually purchasing the items. So some things Once Upon a Child does not accept, and I'm okay with that. That's their policy. They get to choose what they want. But when I do go sell to them, I have a little extra change, some more funds to add to my thrift trip, or I can go ahead and buy something from Once Upon a Child while I'm in there. So selling to get is very, very popular for us. We love doing that. We love to sell our clothes that the babies have already worn and get new clothes. So sell to get. Now I have 3 more tips for after you get the clothes home. So the first tip is to opt for baby detergent. I know we may have our own favorite smells of detergent that we like. I actually love Gain. Oh my goodness, I love the smell of Gain. It actually helps me want to do clothes, do laundry, because I love the smell of Gain. But I did opt for baby detergent for my baby clothes. I do have Thrift, and I love it. It adds another layer of realism to me, because my babies in the baby clothes actually smell like baby. Or you may opt for like a baby cologne that you can spray on the clothes to smell like baby as well. So another thing, after you get your clothes, your finds from the thrift trip, you can use baby detergent to wash them. And some items, they still make it home and they have stains on them. So also another tip is get a stain remover. I use Shout. I do know that Thrift has a stain remover as well, but I just love Shout, so I do use Shout, and it has helped a lot. I get some baby clothes and I was like, oh, I'll just shout it out, and so it has really helped to revitalize some baby clothes that I was on the fence about, but I got the stains out and then I love them. And the last thing, you guys, is invest in a lint roller or a lint shaver, because fuzz balls are everywhere. Yeah, you guys. So sometimes things may have a little lint on them, and sometimes you need a shaver, and sometimes you need a roller. So I have both. So just invest in something to get the fuzz balls out, you guys. So I hope these tips were helpful. Everything that I told you about, I utilize. Everything that I told you about, I think is very, very helpful. If you have any more tips, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching.